Hello, dear students. A very happy Bihu to all of you. I think all of you have got the news that all of you have been promoted to class 12. And today, so formally, I welcome you to class 12. And today we'll start our first online class. It will be on the last lesson. Okay, I think all of you know that your new book, okay, this is the name of your new book, that is Flamingo. Okay, so we'll start the last lesson by Alphonse Daudet. Okay, Alphonse Daudet was a French novelist and a short story writer, and he wrote this the last lesson, in the background of Franco-Prussian War, okay, which held in the year 1870 and 1871. Prussia was then consisted of what at present are the nations of Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria. And it was led by a famous dictator named Bismarck. Okay, he was a famous dictator then. And as a result, Prussia, as a result of the Franco-Prussian War, French was defeated. Okay, and as a consequence of the war, two border districts named Alsace and Lorraine have passed into Prussian hands, and there was also a consequence that the border districts of Alsace and Poland, Alsace and Lorraine, they had to learn German as their mother tongue, not French. French language was at that time removed from these two border districts. Okay, so this is the background. Okay, so the theme of the lesson, if I will say, there are two themes actually. Okay, the first one is the impact of war upon public life. Okay, because after war people undergo certain mental traumas, okay, and certain they were imposed certain things, okay, which they are not used to. Okay, and the other thing I can say is the linguistic identity. Okay, that means when someone very much fond of we are very much fond of our mother tongue. Okay, but when we suffer a sense of fear that we are going to lose our mother tongue, okay, what is the impact at that time? Okay, these all issues are already taken care of. So the first, I will explain the first paragraph. Okay, first two paragraphs today. Okay, so let me read the very first paragraph to you. I started for school very late that morning and was in a great dread of scolding, especially because Hamel had said that he would question us on participles, and I didn't know the first word about them. For a moment, I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. It was so warm, so bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and in the open field back of the sawmill, the Prussian soldiers were drilling. It was all much more tempting than the rules for participles. But I had the strength to resist and hurried off to school. Okay. I started for school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding. So you must have noticed that the story is in first person narrative. In the first year, I have already explained what first person narrative is. When someone, describes as I, okay, then it becomes a first person narrative. হয়তো তোমালোকৰ মনত আছে মই তোমালোকক কৈছিলোঁ যে ফাৰ্ষ্ট পাৰ্চন নেৰেটিভ কি হয় যেতিয়া কোনোবাই মই বুলি লিখে ফাৰ্ষ্ট পাৰ্চনটো ইউজ কৰি পেলাই লিখে মই আই উই কে তেতিয়া সেইটো অটোমেটিক্যালি কি হৈ পৰে ফাৰ্ষ্ট পাৰ্চন নেৰেটিভ হৈ পৰে ওকে সো this is a story about a young boy. His name is French, okay, and he narrated the story to us. Okay, so it is in first person narrative. Eta horu lorai story to kahini to bornona kori ase aru he loratur nam French hoy koi ase je I started for school very late that morning. সেইদিনা ৰাতিপুৱা মই খুব দেৰিকৈ স্কুললৈ যাত্ৰা আৰম্ভ কৰিছিলোঁ and was in great dread of scolding and I was very afraid. In great dread of this is a phrase, okay, in great dread of, okay, so this is a phrase and this means afraid of. It is a phrase hoy আৰু এই ফ্ৰেজটোৱে কি বুজায় ভয় কৰা মই বহুত দেৰিকৈ আৰম্ভ কৰিছিলোঁ স্কুললৈ আৰু মোৰ খুব ভয় খাই আছিলোঁ যে that my teacher will scold me মোৰ শিক্ষকজনে মোক কি কৰিব গালি পাৰিব okay especially because Hamel had said that he would question us on participles. Hamel had specially because Hamel had said that he would question us on participles. Okay? Because on that very day, our teacher, Hamel, here it represents, M represents Monsieur, since it is French. Okay? So, M represents Monsieur. Monsieur Hamel, he said that he would question us on participles. Okay. তেওঁ আমাক কৈছিলে যে আমাক কি কৰিব পাৰ্টিসিপলৰ ওপৰত তেওঁ প্ৰশ্ন সুধিব পাৰ্টিসিপল কি বুলি যদি তোমালোকে সুধা তেতিয়াহলে ক'ব লাগিব ইটস এ পাৰ্ট অফ গ্ৰামাৰ মিন্স ব্যাকৰণৰ এটা অংশ okay and I didn't know the first word about them okay and the boy he didn't know a single word about what is known as participle. Okay, so লৰাটোৱে কিন্তু জনা নাছিল participle মানে কি হে কথাটো তাৰ এটা অংশও তেওঁ জনা নাছিল For a moment I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. Okay, for a moment. Okay, এটা ক্ষণত অলপ সময়ৰ কাৰণে for a little while. Okay, what did he think? He think that he would run away. তেওঁ কি কৰিব দৌৰি পলাই গুচি যাব he would escape from the situation. Okay, দৌৰি পলাই গুচি যাব and spending the day out of doors. And he would spend the day in the open air. আৰু কি কৰিব যে মুক্ত বতাহৰ তলত গোটেই দিনটো তেওঁ কটাই দিব okay and the weather was also very beautiful বতৰটো আছিল খুবেই ধুনীয়া it was so warm so bright okay পিছৰ লাইন কিটা আছে তেনেকৈ আছে it was so warm so bright weather to কি আছিল বহুত গৰম আছিল warm means not very hot but it was warm okay and so bright. Bright? It was very dazzling and beautiful. Okay. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods. Chirping? Chirping means a short, high-pitched sound created by birds. Eta horu kintu bahut mane sironi juntu ami kau অসমীয়াত কওঁ চিৰচিৰণি চৰাইৰ কাকলি The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and in the open field back of the sawmill the Prussian soldiers were drilling. Okay. In the open field, there is an open field in the back of the sawmill. Sawmill means kathor mill. Kathor mill tur pisphale the Prussian soldiers were drilling. The Prussian soldiers were doing some military exercises. Okay, military exercises. Prussian soldiers were drilling. It was much more tempting than the rules for participles. Okay, all these things were much more attractive than the rules for participle. But I had the strength to resist and hurried off to school. But I was determined enough to resist that temptation, resist that attraction. Kintu moi ki asilo সেই মুহূৰ্তত নিজকে সিদ্ধান্ত লৈছিলোঁ যে মই এই গোটেই আকৰ্ষণবিলাকক মনলৈ অহাৰ পৰা বাধা দিব পাৰিম. ৰেজিষ্ট মিন্স বাধা দিয়া. And hurried off to school. আৰু মই দৌৰি স্কুললৈ গৈছিলোঁ. Dear students, thank you very much for watching. This is all for today. Tomorrow I will continue with the next paragraph. Thank you very much.